Hello, hello, possums. Yes, it is I, the conspicuous moo. And just another quick update on Turtle WoW. This is a Vanilla Plus project that I very much enjoy. And we were expecting a whole bunch of skill changes for this little project. They were due tomorrow. Unfortunately, though, they made an announcement in Discord today. And basically this post by Jax saying, "Hi Turtles, we always try to do our best, but we are a small team, we've had some personal issues, which, it's not possible to basically bring out all the skill changes." Now, we had the first major part of the update, all the expansions, all the new dungeons and stuff. That was just a couple of weeks back now. But, they don't feel comfortable releasing it in its current state, which is kind of nice, really, if you think about it, because they don't have a corporate team behind them going, no, just release it. We'll patch it later. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. They won't even notice. I'm certainly not referring to any other small indie companies who have been unable to do what this team has managed to do in the same period of time. Anyway, let's move on. They said that this part of the Mysteries of Azeroth expansion is going to be released at a later date. It should be by the end of January, and they will give updates when they can. Now, I think she's trying to say this is not by far how we wanted things to go, which is an awkward construction. But anyway, we get the general gist of it, they just say that they're grateful that we're all playing. Well, we're all playing because we're all enjoying it, because it's a good server. They also say that the release of some website features, including the database, will be postponed to mid-January now. If you weren't aware of that, there is a database. They have their own WoW head, basically, because of all the new stuff that they put in, and they just closed it down when the expansion launched because they don't want people cheating and looking up all of the answers straight away. So kind of fun just to sort of work it out amongst yourselves. And so yes, that's going to be slightly delayed as well. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of disappointment, but on a personal level, there's also a lot of understanding. I mean, it really does hark back to the days when a certain other indie dev company with sexual harassment problems used to sort of release things when they're done. We'll release it when it's done. The old polish that they used to talk about an awful lot. But I do think, generally speaking, that the player base is going to be more understanding if you take a little more time to get it right than to rush it out, get it wrong, and just annoy everyone. So, if you're a little curious about some of the skill changes that have been postulated that are certainly coming, I do have a couple of samples for you here. So this is just a sample of the Paladin changes, for example. So you can see Consecration is no longer a talent. It is now available to all Paladins starting at 20. The other one that I think everyone's really interested in is the Crusader Strike, which is a completely new ability that they're putting in. And it does seem that there are a lot of Retribution Paladins who are very, very excited about this. I don't know why, because I'm not really a Paladin. I mean, I'm a Paladin on another game, but that's another story. So yes, I mean, there's a lot of positivity going around these changes at the moment. Apparently it's going to make things a lot easier to level as well, because if everyone has Consecration, they can just drop it down and have fun. Then when we come to priests, there is some really interesting stuff here. I mean, there's just some general changes. I mean, the Divine Spirit is now baseline for all priests, starting at level 30, and Lightwell, which has been the most useless last talent ever, is now baseline. It'll be available for all priests at 40. So it'll be useless a little lower down. But the real ones that people are taking notice of and going are the Shadow Priest things. So there's an improved Shadow form coming. There's a couple of new abilities as well. They are trying to make Shadow Priests a little more PvE viable. They're certainly PvP viable, as anyone who's been on the receiving end of a Shadow Priest can tell you. But yeah, so that's just a sample of what they're trying to make in terms of changes. And of course, this is very, very delicate stuff. If you mess up somebody's class, they're just going to leave, or they're just going to lose their minds. So yes, we are delayed. It's going to be fine. The game is still very, very playable because it's still vanilla. Yeah, once these class changes come out, I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun with them. Yeah, for now we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer, and that's absolutely fine. I just wanted to touch base with you on that one. I will now toddle off. So yes, I am the conspicuous moo, and a very, very good evening to you.